They should not be killed for expediency. They should not be killed because we don't want to get this around, shotgun wedding. Oh, no, we don't want. No, it is not their fault. They're not a burden. They are a blessing. And so when you look at these nations that they're using this tax money to do the very thing that God does not want them to do, that's why people don't want to pay their taxes. Because we know where that money's going to. It's going to pay off debts of foreign nations like China and Russia that are not our allies. Instead of supporting Israel, we support communist nations. Mm-hmm. That is our undoing, and that is going to bite us big. We don't invest in support our own people. We rather pay off debts and support other nations' people rather than take care of our own people in the United States of America. We want to feed the hungry in Africa. We want to feed the hungry in Europe. We got hungry people in this nation right now. We have kids going to bed with no food. We have people that can't pay their medical bills and they need to get paid. We got people that are suffering in this country, but we are so focused on taking care of someone else's kids rather than our own. And that is wrong. Did you see Israel taking care of someone else's kids? That's why they hate Netanyahu. Oh, they won't support anyone else. Of course not. They take care of their own people. When I work, I take care of my family first. I don't go down the street and say, "Sir, can I feed your kids tonight?" You might say, "Sure, go on right ahead." I don't work to pay someone else's electric bill. I'll pay this. This is enough right here. Don't get offended.
No.
We take care of our own first. We have to take care of our own because no one else is going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
No one else should do it. Mm-hmm. No one else should do it. God forgive me. No, don't forgive me. I meant what I said. This is wrong with something else you said. So here was taxes being confessed, and listen to verse 20. Then shall stand up in the state and raise their taxes in the glory of the kingdom. But within a few days, guess what? He shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle. Whew. So raising taxes is not the answer. Remember that out there that are running for president. It's not the answer. And in his estate shall stand up a vile person to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom. But he shall come in peaceably and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. And that is Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth. He is the mad man that we were talking about. Antiochus Epiphanes was a madman that was bent on controlling the world. And he tried to come up, and it says here that they shall not give the honor to him. So he took it by force. Every leader, every dictator that has come upon the world scene has tried to take this world by force. Right? You name all the leaders. Mussolini, Stalin, who was the father of communism, Benito Mussolini. You look at Adolf Hitler, who was supported. You know the Jesuits helped Adolf Hitler? Did you know that? Where do you think he got the money from? Germany? No. You need a sugar daddy or sugar mama to supply and give you all the money to use for a very purpose. Okay, who do you think is the richest country in the world?
Saudi Arabia.
That's Saudi Arabia. Who do you think is second?
Egypt. No. Germany. Not us.
The Vatican.
Oh.
That little bitty thing in Rome, in Italy, the Vatican. How come they're so rich? Where did they get the money from?
The parishioners.
I didn't know the church was in the money-making business. I didn't know churches were there to make money. We can rest assured here at Crosswalk, God provides for our needs. And if you look at me right now, I'm not wearing a suit. I'm not wearing a toupee. I'm gladly cruising in here. Okay? I have no bling. The only thing I have is a wedding ring that my lovely wife gave me. I have a cross that Brittany gave me and a ring that Morgan gave me.
bling.
That's my bling. The church is not in the church was not put on the face of this earth to make money. The church was not put on the face of this earth to make pastors rich. The church was not put on the face of this earth to fund governments. The church was not put on the face of this earth to be a country club. The church was not put on the face of this earth to be a popular place to go on Sunday mornings. The church was put on the face of this planet to preach the gospel unto every creature, to preach the truth, to stand for the truth, to make the people ready for the return of Jesus Christ. The church is here under the direction of Jesus Christ, which is the head of the church. The church is here to serve God, not to be God.
Amen.
And until we get that straight, people will leave churches because they're not being fed. You go to a restaurant and you don't like the food, are you going back?
No.
You go to a doctor and if he doesn't do you right, you're going back to him?
No.
And these people, Antiochus Epiphanes, tried to do the very thing. He tried to take over the world because he's a sick man. And that he was bent on controlling the world and he tried to destroy Israel. Look at verse 22. And with the arms of a flood shall they overflow from beyond him and shall be broken. Yea, also the prince of the covenant. Did you know that Antiochus Epiphanes tried to make a covenant with Israel and failed? The Antichrist will come during the tribulation and make a peace pact with Israel and will succeed. Billy Graham once said, if you read Billy Graham's books, did you know he turned 94 recently, 2 days ago? What's his birthday? 94. Now that would be a sad day when he goes home. That would be a sad day. He said that our nations, that the United States of America, our existence depends on our friendship with Israel. That's what he said. Ever since we have turned our backs on Israel, look at the events that has happened. You ready for this? Every recession that happened. Remember that? Yep. Then we had the war. Well, let's put it this way. We had Desert Storm. Remember that? Under Papa Bush. This came under Bush Jr. Just under came Father Daddy Bush. You know what they did? They did not support Israel in the United Nations. And we paid for it. War. Iraqi freedom. Those under Bush Jr. That happened because we turned our backs on it. We support Israel, but we don't support it like the way we should. And now, we have a depression. Now, this is not the kind of depression where you need pills for. You know why they call it depression back in the 20s? Because if you don't have a job, you're depressed. Is that true? Yeah. That's under Big O. For Obama. We're not in a depression. You know the devil lies to your face? We're not in a depression. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Or are you collecting more food stamps than you were 4 years ago? All this happened because we do not support this one little nation on the face of this earth. We'd rather do something else. This has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, and this is happening now.
Well, what about all the storms and the flooding and the Ritas and the...
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Oh,
Don't forget